live. I was gonna go to the computer, but felt I got lazy. Um, but yeah, man, I got a video coming talking about this, showing an article. Um, basically, you got a lot of Canelo defenders. Every time I talk about Canelo, nobody watch. But I'm gonna continue to talk and speak the truth on Canelo. I don't care if YouTube's slowing my channel down for speaking any truth at this point. I don't really care. Um, at all. So if you want the truth to get out here, share the video, thumbs up the video. When you walk into the building, the best way to thumbs up the video is double tap the screen on the replay. Obviously, you just hit the thumbs up video, the thumbs up button. So, so basically, um, I don't even know where to start this off. We're gonna talk about Crawford and Madrimov. They said Turki Alalshikh lost 10 million. Right? Kevin Iole said it. Nobody's else backed up the story. Um, and now they basically saying Bud ducking Jaron Ennis now by fighting Vergil Ortiz. Now, Terence Crawford already got a lot of hate. Now, the origin of the hate, real quick, to go back in history, had to do with him not wanting to do interviews. Now, what's so funny is a lot of these same people who was cool with him not doing interviews, that don't like that mad that he don't do interviews, was praising Marshawn Lynch for not doing interviews. Now, Crawford didn't want to do a media responsibility. Now, boxing is really pretty much unregulated, right? In the National Football League, NFL, MLS, hockey, they are obligated to give media time, right? They're obligated to do that. So, Crawford didn't want to do media early in his career. Therefore, it alienated a lot of people. One of the most infamous issues with new media was he refused to do an interview with Town Business. He said, "Nah, I'm not doing no interview," and that's what really spawned it. Town was cool about it. He ain't really tripped, but a lot of his, supporters tripped. A lot of the local dummy box community tripped. A lot of brothers tripped about it. Now you can't say it's a color thing because he did the same thing to Ellie Seckback, and that's why Ellie Seckback don't like him. Now Fred don't like him because he did the same thing to Fred. When he was just started on Top Rank, he ran from the media, didn't want to do media. Look here, man. When people money hungry, and this is tied to this is their whole income, right? This is their whole income. Thuggin' since the youngest, salute. This is their whole income. Double tap the screen, like the video, appreciate it. Then you got to understand, they be like, oh man, I never sell out like Blase Blah. Well, I never sell my soul like Blase Blah. A lot of these dudes selling out for YouTube. This their main source of income, and they don't have nothing else going on. They don't take the money and put it back into their channel. Think about that for a minute. Look at Ellie Seckback, right? And what's so funny is I got a bunch of shit to add to the channel. I got a bunch of equipment that I need to use for the channel. But, I don't know. I just gonna take some time for me to get it all together, whatever. But I'm gonna start taking weekends and just using it all together. But a dude like Ellie Seckback don't put no money into his channel. His titles are trash. He don't know how to title his video. And I always tell y'all this, man, and maybe I'll do a video on a YouTube builder playlist. I don't know if I did one already. But double tap the screen to like the video, bruh. It's free. Just double tap the screen. But the reason you title your videos the correct way with names, important places, whatever it may be, is so you can reference this and find the videos. A lot of these dudes just, they don't know how to title the video. The point of titling the video is that it can be found in the algorithm, and also you can find the video for reference points. Like, for example, I did an interview playlist, right? So if I apply for credentials, I just send them every interview I did, so I add every interview to a playlist. Now, if I be like, oh man, I forgot what I did, when I did an interview with Blase Blah, guess what? I could type in my search bar on my channel, and I could just put, okay, Jack Catterall, and his interview gonna pop up. If you just put interview at Tank Fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you might not remember you put that, but you gonna remember I interviewed Jack Catterall, I interviewed Michael Phelps, I interviewed Michael Jordan, I interviewed Michael Colley, I interviewed, Jake Paul. So, in playlists help you categorize your content so you can go back to referencing it, and so your fans and your followers can reference it. So just a little free game right there. That's why you create playlists. That's why you title video. That's when people say, well, podcast number one. That's dumb as fuck. What happens if you get to 200 episodes? You want to find the episode where, I don't know, Julie Johnson came on. And now you don't even remember what fucking episode that was. Now you got to see reference the date and all did live on this, that, like, just, that's why you put titles in. That's why you put names and titles. It's not, oh man, I just, I'm clout chasing or I don't want to clout. Man, shut up. That's why you do so. But nonetheless, let's back on. I just want to share that with some content creators or people that want to do content. You always correctly title your videos and you create playlists to categorize the videos. But yeah, like I said before, that's pretty much the origin of why people don't mess with Bud. Right? That's why. And that's why the media got a vendetta against him. And then also you come in with a strike, you black. So you black, and then the media don't like you, and then the promoters don't like him because he's a shrewd businessman. He don't let them fuck him over. They don't just say, oh, this we offer and take it or leave it. They can't do him like that. He going to look for the numbers. He going to search the numbers, and he not going to let you fuck him over. A lot of these fighters get fucked over, and 10, 15, 20 years later, they want to say, I got fucked up. No, he in the trenches. He doing the education. He learning. He not just, letting his people handle the business and cut backdoor deals. No, he making sure he get a fair deal. He get a deal. He getting more than his share. So, like PBC had defamed his name and all that stuff. Guess what? He making sure, you going to pay for taking money out of my family pocket. And that's how you operate. And then, how many of you niggas made videos about him winning that lawsuit versus Top Rank, allegedly? He said they settled out of court and he was happy with the settlement. So he got some bread. Nobody made videos. All you heard was, oh, this is going to get through out. Or his lawsuit don't have any validity. Nobody made a video when he did the interview with Andre Ward. He said he got a settlement. He got money out of Top Rank in that lawsuit. How many people made a video about that? How many people referenced that? Nothing. Every time the brother do something well, and this is and I'm talking about the black people. The black people got a problem with Terrence Crawford. I really don't understand it. And we talk about the women always wanting Pookie, Ray Roy, Stuggos, Glocktaviuses, but you ninjas look up to them. Y'all look up to them. A lot of y'all look up to them. That's what I don't understand. Y'all talk about the sisters or the black women. Oh, they only want them and don't want productive black men and do that. This is a productive brother. This is a productive brother. This is a productive brother, clean cut brother, still provide for his neighborhood, got a black woman, got one kids with one woman, live in his hometown, give back to his community, invest in his community. Don't understand it. I can understand why the other don't like him. And now you add the Canelo fans that's mad at him because he want to fight Canelo. Imagine fans getting mad at you because you want to fight Canelo and start hating on Turki Alalshikh because he want to make the best fights with Canelo. Imagine that. How dumb do these Canelo fans sound? And the vast majority of them is Mexican. And the ones that don't like Terrence Crawford, that's trauma bonding with the Canelo fans, you know who they are. They Steven from Django. They scorn Errol Spence fans. They fans that's married to Latino women, which, hey, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? So, they was, first it was, oh, I don't like Bud because he on Top Rank. But y'all still applying for Top Rank credentials. Y'all still, like I was saying the other day about Dante and them. He was crying about how Golden Boy didn't let black media in. Why you want to be somewhere where they don't want you? That's why when Tom be asking me, oh, won't you go cover boxing? They don't want me there. Every time I apply, they deny me. So why would I continue to apply? You have people say, oh, you wrong for not going to Clarissa Shields fight. Fuck them. Yeah, Salida Promotions, you heard what Jarrell Miller said about him. I ain't the only one. Straight up and down. I told y'all, I'm not obligated to support these people, bruh. I'm not obligated, bruh. Y'all, oh man, you both, yeah, that's y'all problem, bruh. Y'all want to carry, y'all want to support people who don't support you. Canelo don't support none of these boxing fans because if he don't support Mexicans neither. Because if he supported Mexicans, he'd give y'all the best possible date, the best possible fight for y'all holidays. He don't. He don't. He disrespects y'all holiday by giving y'all a bum bash. And people keep sending me clips of Berlanga Canelo. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care nothing about that fight. Don't send me no clips. Don't send me no videos. I don't give a fuck about a plant, a Berlanga, nothing. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Don't tell me nothing about that fight unless one of them niggas drop dead or something like that. I don't care. The one true foundational black American on that card is on the prelim. I don't care. When I say that, I mean it. Did y'all see me cover that Clarissa Shields fight? Absolutely not. Y'all did not see me cover that fight. So don't tell. I don't care. Don't care. Unless that shit get canceled or something, don't send me nothing. I don't care. But back on code. So a lot of these dudes who have vitriol for Terrence Crawford, it just turned up another notch when it came to Canelo Alvarez. Because Canelo, they don't want to see Canelo Alvarez fight the best. Remember, these were the same people who didn't want to see Errol Spence fight the best. Oh, Errol Spence don't need Crawford. He should move on and he should do this, that, and the third. And a lot of the same black people were saying that. One of the reasons that fight didn't do a million, obviously they went head up with the UFC and Al Heyman sabotaged it. But two, a lot of black people spoke down on the fight too. Oh, I don't want to see it for what? And okay, bet. And we seen why they don't want to see it. So now it got to the point where he want to challenge Canelo, and he did that to Spence, and he did it to all these fighters that's propped up by boxing promoter propaganda and media propaganda. I seen more hatred for Terrence Crawford trying to fight Canelo, fighting Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? The Madrimov fight. Than they had for Canelo and Berlanga. Somebody in the Discord was, I think it was Eastside Leak in the Discord, was saying, he was saying that, Sean Giselle, and I don't know this for a fact, I'm just saying, going by what he said, was pushing the narrative that Bud and Madrimov lost $10 million and all this. And my thing is this, you know what I'm saying? Where's that vitriol for Canelo and Berlanga? See how they swallowed their microphones whole? All Diddy, how they swallowed their glizzy microphones whole. How they sat there and they don't say nothing bad about Canelo and Berlanga. They still go support it. They still go eat it up. They still go cover it. Even though they know Berlanga is not nowhere near the opponent, they don't push the truth about. They ask him questions for clicks, and they ask him very, very, softly in a nice way. And double tap the screen like the video. About Benavidez and about this, and they really don't press Canelo, but they still show up to events. They still, watch the fights and do all this type of stuff. But then again, when it comes to Terrence Crawford, they'll talk shit about him. And, he didn't do this or he didn't do that and this, that, and the third. Or he really lost that fight. And probably like he need to rematch Madrimov. For what? He beat Madrimov. Like, come on, that wasn't no close fight. It wasn't a Terrence Crawford dominant performance, but a lot of that had to do with from Madrimov, who didn't come to fight. But had Terrence Crawford fought that same fight, and maybe let's say Madrimov was a little bit too more powerful for him, so he went to box. Oh, he was too passive aggressive to win the fight. Oh man, he got blew out by Madrimov. It's just a lot of hate, bro. It's a lot of hate. It's a lot of hate. So they got more vitriol from Terrence Crawford. And let's not act like Terrence Crawford, Madrimov was his first choice. His first choice was to move up and fight Canelo Alvarez. Canelo said no. His second choice was to fight Fondor. Fondor said no. And Fondor wasn't, there in attendance. And he from California. So neither did Fondor or Jaron Ennis hop in that ring to challenge Bud. It's all cap. It's all propaganda. When they know they don't like you, they can play off your name and clout chase with no intention on fighting you. Why ain't Fondora getting no hate for not being there and challenging Bud? Why he ain't gonna get no hate when he drop his belt? Come on, let's keep it funky. So they all cool with Canelo and Berlanga, you know what I'm saying? And when that show lose money, they ain't gonna say shit because they losing money on Canelo. They losing money on Canelo. Trust and believe me. If they was making so much money on Canelo, you think Bob Arum wouldn't rent Canelo Alvarez for a fight? Bob Arum is the only one that ain't got in on the Canelo Alvarez sweepstakes. That's it. Eddie Hearn ain't making no money off Canelo Alvarez, bro. That's why Canelo sued and got out that contract. They ain't break no bill money off that Triple G trilogy. You think they made money off John Ryder, Callum Smith, Caleb Plant? Them motherfuckers ain't make no money off that. If they made so much money off Canelo Alvarez and PBC, think about this for a minute. If they make so much money off of that, right? Why do PBC only got four shows scheduled? 3 we already seen. Tim Tszyu and Fondor. Ain't none of y'all say nothing. That fight did less than 20,000 pay-per-views and y'all ain't say shit. Complete flop. Tank and Frank Martin, Calvin Ford said they didn't sell no pay-per-views. He said in that interview that Lather sent me where he said that, you know, black versus black fighters don't sell. I did a video today, dropped that video today, dispelling that rumor already with facts. It ain't a Mexican versus Mexican top pay-per-view in the top 10. PBC lost money on Tank. They lost money on Frank. They ballpark Frank. They lost money on Canelo Alvarez. All the pay-per-views they did, Andrew Weeds, Luis Ortiz, Charles Martin. They lost money on Wilder and Helenius. All these different fighters they lost money on. You know how I know? They got 4 scheduled shows, and we already halfway through the year. Tszyu Fondora, Tank and Frank, a joint venture with DAZN with Jaime and Canelo, which they didn't break. They ain't really make no money off that shit for real like they thought they was. And now they got Canelo versus Berlanga. Them the 4 shows they got scheduled. That's it. 4 shows in 8 months. 4 shows in 8 months. 4 shows in 8 months. Turki Alalshikh got that just as many shows, don't he? AJ and Du Bois, Terrence and Madrimov, AJ and Ngannou. So he got 3 shows scheduled. He ain't even no boxing promoter. He just got in the game, bro. He might have another show. I just don't remember. Oh, he got Beeble and old buddy scheduled. Beeble and Better BF. He got 4 shows scheduled. And then you got niggas like Irv on Twitter talking about, well, you know, he paid AJ and Ngannou this much money. Well, stop pocket watching, nigga. Fuck you defending Canelo Alvarez for? He fighting Berlanga. Not Morrell. Not Plant. Shit, not even Zach Parker. He fighting Berlanga and y'all defending that shit, man. Like, look here, man. I think y'all Mexicans like that, y'all should just, you know, just do your own thing. Y'all should just have y'all own space where y'all just pop y'all issues over there. Cause y'all love coming over here and popping shit off. I agree with Twitter. Take the tweets away. Take the comments away. I really agree with that. Take that shit away. Double tap the screen and like the video. So they want to go, oh man, they lost money on him and he ain't make no money and they ain't do this and that and the third and woo and PBC got 4. Turki Alalshikh just got in the game. They got the same score. New promoter 4, old promoter 4. They out here defending and deflecting the Berlanga fight. Ain't none of these dudes are, these boxing media members are so much of bitches. They all push a narrative so they can get into these fights. If it was really like Civil War, like Captain America, okay, don't go to Turki Alalshikh shows. Don't go to top ranked shows. If you investing in PBC so much that you cool with what they doing over there and they little funky ass 4 shows, just cover they 4 shows. That's my problem with it, bro. These media members got no integrity. And these niggas is weird. They weird. And about Turki Alalshikh losing $10 million, I don't think it hurt him because he got a car. But Kevin Iole saying that. Kevin Iole is the only one reporting. And I feel like if Kevin Iole, if it was true, why not put that as a headline? Why not retweet that out? If it's true, why are you trying to hide it in the article? If it's true, why you ain't putting out the gate numbers? Oh, see, they comp 10,000 tickets then. Let's see the gate numbers. Go, Kevin Iole been around long enough. Go get the gate numbers and have the gate numbers support your statement. I feel like if he was saying what was real, you wouldn't have to dig and get a half a paragraph in the article. The article was poorly titled. That's why I feel like it wasn't true. If you got some big breaking news, you got some big breaking news, guess what you gonna do? You gonna tweet it out. Hey, I got an article. I heard Turki Alalshikh first show in America lost $10 million. Tweet it out like that and and link the article in the tweet. He full of shit. All this is media propaganda. Where was the articles when I was breaking news, right? When I supported my articles with facts and my facts with articles, when they accused PBC of buying and reselling tickets and they was getting sued for buying and reselling tickets for the Logan Paul and Mayweather fight, and people were buying tickets and they was promising them they was going to resell them at a higher price and get them a return, and Al Heyman allegedly never paid them on their return. Where was the articles about Sean Dizelle then? Where was the videos about Sean and Fight Hype then? Where was the videos by Kevin Iole and the articles by Kevin Iole then? Where was the tweets about Irv then? Come on, where is this information at? This is a fact. This is public information. But it's, Eddie Hearn buys and resell tickets and he does this. Well, so do Al Heyman. That's a fact. That's a fact. Where was the articles about when AB said that, Al Heyman held all his Pacquiao money? Where's the articles at when Keith Thurman said that, Al Heyman was allowing him to fight Manny Pacquiao without drug testing? Where's the articles about when Triple G got kicked out of Snack because he was a lazy fuck? And Dan Raphael did the same shit that Kevin Iole did. He wrote a little article when he was on ESPN, and he put that in the middle of an article. If that was, Terrence Crawford too lazy, he got kicked out of Snack, that'd be a headline. I'm telling y'all, a lot of these motherfuckers is white supremacists writing, dude. That's just what it is. Where is this information? You see how when it come out about PBC and it come out about Eddie Hearn, imagine if Terrence Crawford say, well, these white people, we used to be slaves. We used to be they slave masters. Man, bro, they cancel him. They have this allegiance to PBC for some reason. What's the allegiance? Where's Sean Dizelle's video on PBC only having 4 scheduled shows this year and all of them ass? Ain't PBC going broke? Then PBC fumble money? PBC fighters doing Instacart? PBC fighters doing DoorDash? Where the articles on that shit at? Where the videos on that at? Because those are the truth. That's the truth. Let's talk about how long the Charlo's been out. Let's talk about how long Gary Russell been out. Let's talk about how, Al Heyman let Canelo do whatever he want to do. But Charlo's ain't been in the ring. Gary Russell ain't been in the ring. Fulton ain't been in the ring in over the year. He gonna freeze out Errol Spence a year and a half and put him in there with Fondora because he chose to fight Terrence Crawford? Why y'all aerosexuals ain't talking about that? Because he chose to fight Terrence Crawford. He got shelved for a year, and now he got to go in there versus Fondora in January. Come on. Why ain't nobody talk about Deontay Wilder or on Ellie Setback channel was talking about how Al Heyman ain't paying them niggas, man? Why y'all ain't talking about how he didn't get paid allegedly for the Hellenius fight, and that's why he got let out his contract and got to go make money with the Saudis? See, y'all talking about something that we talking about facts. You can link this. You can link the information to it. I know a fighter that said they wanted to leave Al Heyman bad, but Al Heyman wasn't gonna let them fight nowhere else. Come on, who? Look, check this out, bro. NFL players can't afford to miss a check because if they did, they have better contracts. So when NFL players, do a lockout, they don't be locked out long. They do a bad business deal every time around, and they get fucked over their money. We know this for a fact. So if an NFL player that's making, I don't know, $20 million a year can't afford to lose a check, you think these fighters fighting once a year making $2-3 million? You think they can afford to miss a check? Absolutely not. The majority of Americans live above their means. The majority of Americans live, so can't nobody afford to miss no check. Nobody. Them NFL owners can't afford to miss a TV game check, a concessions check. They can't afford to miss no check in this economy. So you telling me PBC fighters fight once every 12 months, once every 16 months, and they can afford to miss a check? Absolutely fucking not. So miss me with that. So when they go out here and they write these articles, they lost $10 million, support it with the gate. Support it with the gate. And also tell the good and the bad from your perspective. Shakur Stevenson, his last fight doubled up Teofimo Lopez's viewership. Not the last fight, because the viewership never came out for the last fight. I believe it was the Jaron Ortiz fight. Shakur Stevenson did double the viewership his last fight than T.O. did on with Jaron Ortiz. And he probably did triple what he did versus Steve Claggett guy. Because they never released those viewerships. Talk about that. When black people do things and black fighters do good things, black media should talk about it. White media, should talk about it. Mexican media, y'all always want to stick y'all name in our channels. If we want to slander Canelo, cool. I'm not coming over your channel. I don't care what you do on your channel. You will never see me in nobody channel that's like that. Like, I watch a couple boxing channels. You would never catch me over there fighting with them ninjas you would never catch me debating with none of these dudes about boxing. I'm not debating none of you ninjas about boxing. So when they come out here, they lost $10 million on Bud, and they lost this amount of money. Anytime let's say that was true. Shout out to South Africa, Jay Tonic. I got to make my way over there one day. But let's talk about how, if he did, this is his first show in America. You know how many people first, if you had a business, how many people first business transition failed? How much their first business idea failed? Their first business failed? Their first opportunity failed? So that ain't, if it did, it did. If it did, it did. Like, come on. Plenty of people opportunities fail. This ain't nothing new, and it ain't nothing new. Plenty of people opportunities fail. They first chance. No, none of y'all never had a business. You think the first video you make on YouTube is gonna be a smash hit? Absolutely not. You think your first, when you first do a clothing line, even if you do the pre-orders, you do everything the right way, you think it's gonna be a smash? No, it's gonna be some hiccups. You're gonna take some losses. For my street pharmacists, you think the first time a street pharmacist, they ain't had their highs and their lows and their losses? You think they ain't take losses on the way to being a kingpin or flip a profit? So yeah, everybody want to keep track of Terrence Crawford numbers, but we still waiting to see the Tank and Frank numbers. We still waiting to see the Fondor and Zoo numbers. Come on, where's the ticket sales at for when the tickets gonna sell for Canelo and Berlanga? Let's keep it funky. So Kevin Aioli, writing that article, to me, it had more validity had he titled it that way. It would have had more validity had he had the comp numbers. Had the count numbers and the gate numbers. Like I said before, he need to worry about his fucking blood pressure. Oh, fucking faggot ass nigga. Ooh, I wasn't supposed to say that. I wasn't supposed to say that. Y'all know what I meant. I ain't say it all the way, no way. But, you know, Bud haters turned into Turki Alalshikh haters. Bud gets as much hate as Kobe has. Yeah, people love Kobe when he died, but they had a lot of hate for him when he was alive. Do you believe the report? No, I don't believe the report. If it was supported, if it was more than one person reporting it, you know what I'm saying? Then I'd be like, yeah, well, I had several sources that told you what. Tim Bradley has several promoters and sources that told him that the fight didn't sell. Support it with a statement. Boxing Ego is the main one that's doing this. Forget Lazy Eye. Canelo was getting the pass because he's with PBC now. I mean, Canelo getting the pass because people want to kiss his ass. He said even if the money was lost on the event, as long as the fighters got paid. Remember when they Karate Body, when they was talking about when Bud was with BLK Prime? Remember they was talking about when Bud was with BLK Prime? Y'all forgot that? When Bud was with BLK Prime. Don't forget that. Oh, man, I heard Crawford didn't get paid. He didn't get the money they said he got. Oh, I heard they dripped Crawford on BLK Prime. Remember they said that? And Paulie was like, I got paid. Darren, salute. Punango, salute. He said, I think Bud should, Cardi Boss said Bud stay active and fight in the first quarter. Man, he should be back in December, to be honest. Stefan Zeus said they will be at the Vergil fight on Saturday, but he couldn't come to this fight. No, did he? Matchroom definitely lost on Canelo. That's why I don't get into the money talk. Turki Alalshikh has Anthony Joshua scheduled again for September. Yeah, I mentioned that versus the boys. Can't defend this Berlanga fight. Can't defend nothing that he do. Like Turki said, like, you know, he lost to Beevil and now he don't want to fight nobody. Got dominated. Damien, I'm not watching Canelo fights. A waste of time. Shout out to you, bro. I'm on the same tip. Bud should jump on Janabik in February since he not. Well, can Janabik make 160? And Janabik is a big boy. What's so funny? Oh, Janabik called out Crawford, and I'm like, okay, you know, you can't even make 160. I'm just waiting to see the pay-per-view buys. He said Lazy Eye's weird. He said what the fans don't realize is the fighter saying, I'll piss in your cup and sell it to you as lemonade, i.e. a bad fight. And that's what they doing. Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment, salute. That's my thing, bro. Shout out to Jeffrey Sharp. Carlos Rosado, salute, bro. He said, out of back end king. He said, dude, he thinks any criticism like what he says is written. Yeah, like Canelo's just, I never liked the guy. Real Spilling 7, shout out to DeVille, Deshaun, say, what up, trash, let's fight Canelo versus the monster, need to be next. Yeah, I'm not advocating for Crawford to get that fight, you know, but damn, I like to see Benavidez get it. Yeah, that's a true story about DoorDash. Bud about to have 2 belts at 54, and he in position to get the WBC. Sadly, it's a real rumor. He said, shout out to Jay Tonics from South Africa, say, Aerosex was hating, then now Canelo fans now have joined the circus. Exactly. You get a lot of hate for fighting the best. It's crazy in my opinion. Shout out to Town. He say y'all support Town Business Sports Entertainment and Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. He said it's funny how people love to put down Crawford, but they so-called black, but they don't talk about how Canelo was a career ducker. This is your black community for you. No, they don't. They revere Canelo Alvarez. He avoided undisputed by defending his belt versus Sergey Derevchenko. He dropped his belt, ducked Demetrius Andrade at 54, ducked him at 60 for undisputed. Come on, bro. We can go on and on and on. Duck Jamel Charlo back at 54 to fight James Kirkland. Come on. Didn't want to fight. Didn't want to rematch Beevil. Didn't want to fight Better Biev after pump faking calling him out. He said Al Haymon is bad for boxing. Look at Gray Simmons' prime example. Gary Russell, I meant, my bad. He said, there's also a rumor, Jay Tyne said Crawford got paid 2.5 for the Madrimov 750. Well, that's just guarantees. That's just guaranteed. So, you know, like I said, just because they guarantee, that's just the guarantee. That's what they report to the commission. So the commission to get their money like out of the guarantees, like the commission, if they get a piece of that gate, or I'm talking about the sanctionable bodies. Excuse me. He said Saudi Arabia doesn't care about losing money. Turkey has a blank check. Anton McFadden, Talib Kweli, and Common, aka Black Star, said it best. Sometimes it should be it's your own people. The majority of the time it is. So they've been hating on Bud because he don't like PBC, so they blackballed him. Town said it's funny how they get everybody keep track of Crawford's numbers. Damien Cooper, Facts Town said Kimbrough Rampage, Turkey isn't trying to make money. The boxing market is for the Saudi Arabia. Shout out to Conquest in the super chat. Appreciate it, bro. He said Chief Red Cloud. He said Matt say they ever released Crawford and Spence full. Yeah, they just released it the other day. Doesn't matter. Bud taking over 54, and he gonna be the best ever to do it. Town say, what about all the money Matchroom lost on Canelo fights? Canelo has failed to sell out his last few fights in Las Vegas, and nobody talks about that. Jaron Ennis fans are really Errol Spence fans hating on Terrence Crawford. I'm about to get there, Chase. Michael Riley said $10 million to him is like $1 to us. He gets $10 million in a minute in interest. He said another $10 million is oil in oil a minute. It's nothing to these guys. And I don't even believe they lost $10 million. I don't believe that. He said there's a lot of people saying that Crawford ducking Jaron, which is a false narrative. Acquisition. Drizzy said he got $10 million for the fight on BOK Prime, and they still say he didn't get that money. He said I never. He said, bitch, I never paid dues to nobody. He said, well, if BOK Prime president is Zab Judah, you might can get some information. He said, what about how Israel? Who was that? Earl Spence couldn't sell out his hometown. It was selling tickets for like $35, $25. He said, Canelo, I was born ready, but you don't want to fight Bud. None of Bud have been a VDAS. Support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. He said, Michael Riley said, I would have thought every boxing fan watched Crawford fight just like we all watch Anthony Joshua fights. If boxing fans, you will watch it. Lather salute. In Conquest salute. Spence couldn't sell out his hometown. That might be John Coffey. Well, thanks for blocking. I don't play them games. But yeah. So basically now you see a lot of people saying Turki Alalshikh plan B is to fight. It's for Terrence. Make sure I double tap the screen and like the video. His plan B is for Terrence Crawford to fight Vergil Ortiz. And now people saying, well, Vergil Ortiz, he ducking Jaron Ennis by fighting Vergil Ortiz. Now, just about a year or two ago or so, y'all was saying that Vergil Ortiz was better than Boots, especially when Boots fought Kieran Cherkachan. A lot of y'all was saying that Boots was trash. Oh, Boots ain't ready for Bud. Oh, Vergil Ortiz better. Like, come on now. You know, the thing about it is Vergil Ortiz is at 154 pounds. You know, we got to see if he can make the weight this weekend. I know he's gonna win. So if he can make the weight this weekend, it'll be interesting because Bud, okay, Jaron Ennis can move up and put himself in position and get a belt. If Ennis, is he'll beat Madrimov and go challenge Madrimov. Come up to 54. Everybody at 54. Ain't nobody at 47. Crawford, Vergil Ortiz. That's a fight that people want to see you win. Fondora, Spence. So. What he trying to get undisputed at 47 for? Sound like a duck move to me. So that's all I'm saying. So now it's like, okay, now Turkey said let's make the Vergil Ortiz fight. All right, so I mean, Jaron Ennis is not at 154 pounds. They just Errol Spence fans, scoring Errol Spence fans disguised as Jaron Ennis fans, and when he get taxed, it's gonna be. What? T.O. can beat him. What is going to be after that? You would think they would love to see Terrence Crawford go up and fight Canelo Alvarez. Canelo shouldn't have any problem with getting Terrence Crawford the fuck up out of there. Then y'all can say Crawford finally got beat or got knocked out. So my thing is, I think Vergil Ortiz is a dangerous opponent for anybody. He got 100% knockout ratio, explosive, good rhythm, good fighter. So anytime you put him in there, a big kid with a guy like Crawford, by 36, be 36 soon, 37 soon or whatever, he got a chance. He's seemed to have a good chin, durable. Only thing we don't know if he's made 100% recovery from rhabdomyosis. So we only gonna know that if he get into a fight of attrition. He's another guy that's been fortunate enough to have a ranking and been offered 2 mandatory spots to fight Terrence Crawford and turned down both of them. So he can't say he ain't been, teed up on an opportunity to fight for a title. He's had those opportunities. He's had those opportunities to fight for titles. I say it again. He's had those opportunities to fight for titles. He has not capitalized on them. He's had his opportunities to fight for titles. So he didn't do it. So when you pass up your opportunity that God blessed you with and you don't take it, I mean, come on, you might not get it again. His career is almost over with again. So he needs a tough fight this weekend, or a fight of attrition where he going into 9, 10, 11, 12 with Serhiy Bochenko. But I don't understand how people can say, well, he dug Jaron Ennis. He had 47. Boots was another guy who had an opportunity to be the #1 contender for the WBO in the fight Terrence Crawford, and he jumped out the IBF. It was just like Errol Spence saying, I want to go the easy route. Everybody ignore the truth. When it's the truth, it don't fit their narrative. Every time, he would, Jermell Charlo would get asked about Terrence Crawford. He would get all, he would get in his case. Touch me, tease me, get all emotional and shit. Even when they was arguing ringside and Terrence Crawford was fighting Errol Spence, what'd he tell one of the dudes? He said, I don't know what he talk about. I'll fight at 54. I'll fight at 54. He don't even fight at 54. Like, he's always sound like a baby back bitch. Nobody even condemned Jermell Charlo for moving the way he moved. Even when he threatened to delete Deontay Wilder. Even when he threatened to delete Deontay Wilder. They really didn't condemn him like that. See, when somebody fit their narrative, they ignore it. I don't know what he talking about. I'll fight at 54. I'll fight at 54. Like he can't move up to 54 and fight you. It's crazy. Y'all don't get mad at none of them. If Jaron Ennis really wanted to get jiggy with it, why didn't he jump in that ring? Y'all don't got nothing to say about Fondor. They openly ducked Bud. Y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all was cool with it. The Mexicans be real, and them raccoons be real quiet, bro. They be real quiet. They be real quiet, bro. They be real quiet. When a fighter say something to do something that don't fit the narrative, you don't see no videos go up. I talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. So, yeah, like I said about Vergil Ortiz, I mean, shit, if he feel like he ready, why not? He'll hold a WBC interim. Bud hold some version of the WBC. Tim Tszyu fighting the IBF guy, background Montevelli, whatever his name is. Fondor, Errol Spence said him and, Errol Spence going around saying him and Fondor still fighting in January. So why not? Why not? It's a good fight. Vergil Ortiz can punch. Would I prefer to see Vergil and Jaron Ennis? Absolutely, too. That's another great fight. But now the new thing is, Boots is ducking Boots, and he should fight Boots, and he fight Boots. Then he ducking Vergil Ortiz, and then he ducking Fondor. Like, it's just like the Canelo protection plan. It's the Errol Spence. He beat Errol Spence. He keep knocking off all y'all favorite fighters, and y'all just keep hating. Y'all should hold all top fighters to the same standard as everybody else. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. But like I said before, the Mexican fan base is dead too. That's another thing that needs to be talked about. All these Mexican fans, these new age Mexican fans, man, they 913 boxer salute. Shout out to Kansas City. All these new Mexican boxing fans, they terrible, bro. In general, they not exempt from that. All these Errol Spence fans that came in 2012, these tank sexuals that came into boxing not too long after that or whatever it was, these Canelo fans, these ninjas is terrible. This is gentrification. This is worse than gentrification in Brooklyn. How do you gentrify fan base? That's another thing. A lot of these fans care more about the individual than the team or the sport. You see it in the NBA all the time. You know, oh, LeBron in Cleveland. I mean, I'm with Cleveland. I'm with LeBron. He in Miami. I'm with LeBron. He in Cleveland. I'm back with LeBron. He in LA. I'm with LeBron. When I was growing up, we rooted for players, but we still rooted for teams. We still cared about the integrity of the sport. Real talk. Like, you be like, yeah, you know, I fuck with, I don't know, I mess with Shaq, but, you know, I'm a Piston fan. But I like Shaq. That's what we was on. Now it's like, I'm a Canelo fan. I don't care nothing about boxing. I'm an Earl fan. I don't care nothing about boxing. I'm just an Earl fan. I'm just an Earl fan. You know what I'm saying? You got people that like Grant Hill, but they rooted for the Hawks. You had people that liked the way that Peyton Manning played, but, you know, they team was the, you know, their team was the Pittsburgh Steelers. You had people like, but now it's like everybody just like Allen Iverson and Kevin Garnett was my two favorite players that have never changed. Allen Iverson first, Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, Reggie Miller, Tim Duncan. And it was my 5 favorite players. But I still was a Piston fan. Now everybody just care more about the individual, and they don't care nothing about the sport. They don't care about the aesthetics, the inner workings of the sport, and that's just what it is. So when somebody pop dirty, it's more about the fighter. Oh, I don't care nothing about the sport. You know what I'm saying? It's more about popularity. Life then became high school. And trust and believe me, I ain't never care about being popular. I'm always marching to the beat of my own drum. But life has become popular. It's become high school. I've always said this: everything that was cool when I was growing up is lame now, and everything lame is cool. Look at all these nerdy streamers. These streamers that got huge followings, and a lot of them is using to corrupt the youth's mind. They weird. Them streamer nerdy dudes is weird. They weird, bro. If you really listen to a lot of them streaming, Twitch streaming, kick streaming nerd dudes, them dudes is absolutely weird, and a lot of y'all kids be watching them, bro. They indoctrinating your kids to be weirdos, to hate women, to hate life. You see them do, a lot of them conduct interviews, busters. Did Kamala Harris ask to come on Casanat channel? Like, he's a weirdo. You see how old girl played in his face? He said, I wouldn't take you out. She said, no, I just look at you as a friend. They weird. Like, go really study them streamers, bro. Them ninjas is weird, pissing in 2-liter pops and playing video games all day. Being misogynistic, and they wives sharing their wives cheating on their wives cheating on them, and them being cucks and stuff. Man, that's a weird world, bro. Them ninjas is weird. And you know you weird when you making hundreds of $1,000s a month and you mess that up by being a weirdo. He said, I thought boxing was a solo sport. It is, but you still care more. You still should care more about the sport than the individual. You still care more about the sport than the individual. The sport, no individual should be bigger than the sport. If the rules are the rules and the integrity of the sport, if an individual compromises the integrity of the sport universally, it should be said. He should be called out for it. No individual should be bigger than the sport. That's my message. That's my message. But hey, maybe it went over your head. No diddy. Let me get to these comments to end this. So I gotta remember the last comment I seen. Oh, here we go. He said Spence should take step aside money and allow Bud to fight from Fondor. Fondor don't want to fight. And the problem with that is Spence still need dates. Spence should have 2 or 3 fights and then go into a fight like that. Shout out to Toronto Royalty, though. In Conquest Medical on site. He said nobody at 47. He said Jay Tonic say Bud versus Sean Porter podcast about 2 hours back. I unsubscribed from Sean Porter channel. After he said that shit about Ryan Garcia, they ain't bothering him, man. I don't want none of that coon energy in my vicinity, yeah. I don't listen to that nigga no more, man. That ninja sneaking at 156. Yeah, he said I have a lot of Spanish people at my job, and they cap for Canelo and Ryan Garcia. Want to know if anyone thinks racist just talk sports and politics. Want to know if yeah. I mean, he said want to know if any ones that's racist just talk sports and politics. Man, yeah, they Cleveland they hide their hand in that too. That's why I just been like if I speak to people at the job, it's about like work or it's about a movie. You know, it ain't nothing politics for the most part or nothing like that. People is weird, bro. Some one girl at my job tried to argue me about that. You know, nobody's moving to third world countries. Yes, it is. I can show you. It's a bunch of people moving to them countries and working remote and where they dollar can go further. How you gonna tell me you ain't did the research? Everybody want to talk and don't be knowing what they be talking about. Bud versus Fondora next. I doubt it. Spence is retired. Facts Cleveland. True documented. Jason Tonic say Vergil was a great style matchup for Crawford. Leaky defense plus he comes forward. Styles a great matchup, but he can hurt you though. You know these Negroes was just rooting for that non-blacks to beat Bud. They was. They was rooting for him to beat Bud. Because Earl Spence couldn't get his life together. He wanted to be a street nigga. He said he was busy. He do fun culture. You know, talk about. He said Jay Tonic say Boncheck and Crawford's tough fight. I've been following with him for a while. He's no pushover. I never seen him fight. I'm gonna do him just like I did Bacoli. He got knocked out by Brandon Adams. Vergil shouldn't have no problem with him. And we seen what happened with Jaron Anderson. But he let a white boy slap his brother and he didn't threaten him. Yup, and he let Jared Anderson smush his brother in the mouth. And Jared Hurd. And Jared Hurd said they were standing right by each other after that happened. He didn't do nothing. There's nobody at 47. The boogie, they boogie Mexicans. We know bougie Mexicans. I mean, he said we know the real ones in Mexico. Yep. He said Pat kills Kenny. Bruce Wayne said that same thing about Hispanic fight fans. They don't hold their fight. They don't man that. It ain't just about fight fans. They don't hold their people accountable in general. They stay all on code. Good, bad, ugly, sinister. They stay on code. Only time they people don't stay on code is when they women want to go indulge in a different type of dick. Yup. And they very promiscuous. That's the only time they don't stay on code. And you look at a lot of Hispanic dudes that them women be with, they come on. It's all race loyalty. Trust and believe me, it's all race. We were just talking about that on the other live. I be seeing nice looking Mexican women with short, fat Mexican men all the time. All the time. It's a race loyalty. I ain't mad at it though. He said 47 is dead. 913 boxers loot. No Earl rematch. PBC protect. Beat Canelo. Shout out to Anthony Daniels. He said Don Ross said these Americans, these the American white Mexicans. Well, anytime you come to a country like America, yeah, you gonna get Americanized. We were just having that conversation the other day. You gonna get Americanized, and nothing you can do about it. You know, you used to be even your food. You ain't gonna be as healthy as you was in your original country. A lot of these people. So a lot of people come here and say, why didn't black people do this? And they haven't done this, that, and they come here and they fall in the same trap. You see more fat Indians, you see more fat Asians, more fat Mexicans. They fall into the same traps in this country as anybody else did. Fondor and PBC are holding out hope Crawford fight someone else other than Fondor. Well, he got to give up that strap. And certain Charlo T.O., Charlo underneath the road. He said, I'm calling. He said, Chastity Thomas says it's true. He lost 10. Well, he don't have no facts to support that. If he had the gate ticket, Chastity, where he could show how many tickets they comped to show what he was telling the truth, then cool, bet. But he don't have anything to support that. Kevin Iole. And by him not making that the headliner, I don't believe it. And I would have heard something behind the scenes. He said all facts. He said Canelo threw Cool Boy in the DEI. Yeah, the one truly foundational black guy on the Carters in the basement fighting on YouTube. Went from making 2-3 million versus a Newlywed in front of 20,000-30,000 fans to fighting on the prelim cards. They want Alalshikh, Foster, Bud, bad. Then they wanted to rob him. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I'm trying to figure out how does everyone seem to have Crawford numbers but nobody else. I mean, exactly. Don Royal Facts, Jessica Salute. He said academics, Drake stands. Yeah, he's a weirdo too. Academics a weirdo too. Just listen to what them dudes be talking about when they pertain to their life and women and stuff. He's a weirdo. He let a woman run off what 10, 20 racks from him. They're nerds, bro. They're nerds. They're weirdo. He's a weirdo. I never understand the hype about DJ Academics. I'm a real hip hop head, so he can't just squeak by on me. You know what I'm saying? And then Drake painting his fingernails and all that stuff. Man, he lost me doing that. The companies involved in security flaw lost that one day. Napoleon Armstrong said Saudi makes $1 billion per day in oil exports alone. Even if he lost 10, he didn't lose a damn thing. One day profit take care of boxer for that year with change. He said Chase, it's true. I was at the fight and Devin Haney got booed 2 different occasions at the fight. What did he do that was that bad? It was weird. Yeah, at the end of the day, Chase, Mexicans don't stay on code, right or wrong in between. They don't need none of y'all black ninjas to cape for Canelo Alvarez, to cape for them. If you in a situation and you know you need a helping hand from them, and it's life or death, they not gonna help your black ass. You know what I'm saying? The majority of them not gonna help you. You got some good ones, but the majority of the ones ain't gonna help you, bro. But we help everybody, and that's why everybody feel like they can speak on our culture, because we let anybody in and out of our culture, because our gatekeepers are the Jewish people. They sold out rap long ago. Rappers from the UK who dad a doctor tried to be a gangster, AK-21-7. Yeah, he trying to jump into the Drake beef was hilarious. Remember he talking about his dad was a crackhead and he only got him a cell phone. Man, come on, man. I like 21 Savage, but come on now. These dudes, CB4. This what he say on that Compton City, real Compton City. Just go out to all these studio pranksters. He said I really put in work, did dirt. He said, when you break down the fight, what is the first thing you look at as far as what breaking? Like just in film study, they feet. In regular, I start looking at the resumes first. He said, Empress Sports Channel, I notice people have stopped calling out Canelo for ducking David. Of course, it's the media control everything. You know, they get no access. Facts salute, I don't care about being cool with people. Yeah, Johnson, I'll be really caring about it. Shit, if I ain't fucking you, I really don't care. Straight up and down. Like, if you ain't in my bed, you ain't my girl or nothing, I really don't care, bro. Outside of like a couple of family members that I could depend on. That's about it. Digital nomad is the new ways that we should. Shit. So academics led a woman to steal 500. It was a 500 racks, crazy. Academics 33. He dates girls barely 18. See, my thing about this, before I end this off, man, I don't even mess with young women. I'm good. I'm good on that. Too much mouth. They got just as much mileage. They want to break niggas' windows. They highly emotional. No, that don't mean if it presented itself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really I just don't have time for it, bro. Like, I'm with the girls around my age, a little bit younger, drink wine, chill. You can take them out for a nice steak dinner and they know how to act and they ain't saying period and they ain't doing no shit like that. You can take them in public and you can have a nice time at the concert. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Man, I ain't got time to be teaching no young woman how to wash their ass and how to groom and how to act and how to, wait for the valet when you open the door. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. All these red pill. Oh, you got to get a younger woman. If man, y'all let's see y'all if you want to. They're always telling you the good thing about tricking. They don't ever tell you about the bad thing about tricking. They always tell you the good thing about young women, but never the bad side. They always tell you have a rotation, but don't tell you the bad side about having a rotation. It's the reason why a lot of these brothers just choose to have one woman. One, you're gonna have more money. Two, you're gonna have less stress. You know, when you young, you have multiple women, you broke anyway. So it don't matter. But once you start gaining reputation, you start getting, start getting a house and cars, and then your time become limited because you're productive. You really ain't got time to juggle multiple women. At the most, if you want to play that game, which, if you got kids, I feel like you should be investing into the woman that you had kids with, to be honest. But yeah, I feel like if you gonna juggle, if you gonna play the game, about two. I think two, three if you get jiggy, depending on how many single mothers you're dealing with. Like maybe if you're dealing with like two of them, okay, two when they free, and then you get one that you just that's flexible. But like I said before, like I just tell y'all, if I was younger, I just get my bread up, work on myself, self improve, get in shape, you know, do what I can do to really get the best out of me aesthetically, hit the gym, find a hairstyle, styles that's for me, how to dress for different occasions, build the closet, shoes, cologne, that's a life hack, and then, all that other shit will fall in place. But you start dealing with like, all them type of women, it's just too much shit going around. Most of y'all don't want to wear rubber. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, I would just say, man, just work on yourself, get your bread up. And even when you get your bread up, don't pour it into 3 or 4 different women. Just find one solid one, and you'll be good. But it's wicked out here, man. The way the economy going, we all gonna be living under one house, and I think that's gonna bring traditional America back. So yeah, I think that's gonna bring traditional America back. He said Ryan Garcia cheated with steroids. His daddy, Canelo, also cheated. Their whole team cheated. Canelo, Ryan Garcia, Oscar Valdez, Julio Cesar Martinez. It might have been one more. Oh, Luis Nery. Yeah, that whole team the Brady bunch. Ninjas buying hoes, nerd. And well, you gotta understand, when you buy a woman, you gotta understand, once you buy a woman, bro, you gotta understand she can never like be nothing more than that. When you trick on a woman or you just straight up buy it, she can never be more than that. That's just what it is. No matter how cool she is and y'all be chilling and all that, that's what she is. She for sale. So think about it. You paid her, I don't know what y'all paid her for pussy, I don't know. Let's say you paid her 100. And she like, what if a nigga come with 250? Nigga come with 500. Like real talk. You never build a relationship on money, bro. Unless it's a business relationship. What side you put the silverware? All that count. Be like, yo, that's the soup spoon. What do you tell her on ATL? The salad fork on the other side. So I'm single, 1 kid, get my bread up, no trouble in the same way. And South Africa, they've been American. I heard that's some beautiful women though. That's why a lot of the I said this on the last stream. That's why a lot of the world got a problem with America, and that's why we headed for another one of them, them battles. I said that way. Is because the Western civilization that we live in is starting to become contagious in France and Europe, and in I told y'all in Bangladesh you got a woman that's leading the overthrowing of their military and their government. A woman leading that. So that Western liberal ways. That's why I tell y'all, when you hear the Democratic Party, think everything liberal. Think everything liberal. When you talking about liberal, you talking about the rainbow community, painting fingernails. You talking about in California, if you can steal anything out the store without them stopping you or putting you in jail, that's under $1,000. When you start thinking liberal, you're talking about electric cars. They trying to make all cars electric. All the sales electric by what, 2030, 2028? Do your research on what they trying to do. They about letting immigrants in without being tested for diseases, and that's why one of the reasons why diseases are running rampant in these sanctuary cities, and some of these sanctuary cities are the biggest cities: Houston, Atlanta, New York City, Chicago. Them them 3 of the 4 biggest cities right now in America. New York City, LA, Chicago, Houston. Now, Houston may be almost close to taking Chicago over. So think about that for a minute. So people constantly coming out of Houston, constantly coming out of LA. Constantly, well, I said, well, LA been, I don't know if I don't think it's a sanctuary city, but coming out of Chicago, coming out of Atlanta, big airport, coming out of New York City. Come on, man, and they allowed to come in this country without being tested because one of the presidents signed a bill. They no longer have to be medically tested and cleared, and they bringing diseases here, and women are selling butt. They selling that ass. So that's something to think about. So these are all liberal things. They want to replace the black person because they've done a number on the community for us not to procreate. Think about all these American women that that don't have a baby. When you're talking about abortions, and all that stuff. So shout out to Norman and the Cash App. Appreciate you, brother. Talking about abortions, and you talking about these pills, and you talking about women wanting to be boss chicks and not have kids. That started to become contagious. So now the black people ain't procreating. Only people that's really procreating at a high rate in America is the Mexicans. That's it. So the immigrants is getting all this money. And Anton Daniels, I credit him and brother Philip Scott show in the African Diaspora, that's Philip Scott's main channel. They've been talking about this for over a year now. And now people just paying attention that these migrants, they got the iPhones, they got all this money, all these resources. They've been talking about this for the last year. Telling black people, y'all been on welfare too long, it's our turn. Yeah, go look that video up in Chicago. That's what's going on, man. So y'all talking about voting Democrat, think about that. Electric cars, rainbow community, all that. I mean, the new Batman show. Anybody watch the new Batman show on Amazon Prime? It's supposed to be like the reimagine of or the rebuff of the 90s Batman cartoon. They made what's the Jade? Is that her name? The Joker? Is that Harley Quinn? The one with that wear like the Jack in the Box hat with the little balls on it. Is that I forget her name. Hey, that's whatever her name is. They made her have a girlfriend. She kissing the girl in the cartoon show. They put that rainbow stuff in there, bruh. I was just watching that episode. It's a good show. So once you start thinking about, voting for Kamala, you voting for the rainbow community, and that's your choice. You voting for, small petty crimes to be legal. You voting for the immigrants to come replace you. And she said she ain't doing nothing for you. I can't do nothing for you, man. One thing about Trump, he gonna shut that border down. He's talking about building that wall for a reason. HBCUs was broke. Trump gave them money. Kamala locked ninjas up. Trump let Kwame Kilpatrick and a bunch of brothers out. Barack didn't even let Kwame Kilpatrick out. He wasn't even gonna be able to run again. Come on, say what y'all want to say. Y'all can say, "Oh, I'm a bloke for Kalama," and she took Nina Simone's what you call that joint when you die? Her estate, and gave it to them folks. She defended and got the cops off for the Oscar Grant situation. It's crazy. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. That's when people's asking who I'm voting for. I'm gonna stay off the politics here. I just wanted to let that information out there. I think you pretty much know. I don't play them games, bro. But hey, at the end of the day, man, get your passport, get your bread up. Let's go get remote trades, because we might have to get up out this country, bro. We ain't gonna have no choice. Ain't gonna be no country left in about 10, 15 years. Me and Coffee talk about the Coffee Universe, talk about this shit all the time, bro. Hate to say it, bro. Ain't gonna be no country left, bro. Ain't gonna be no country left, man. Y'all just don't understand how bad it really is. Is feet position the biggest thing you look for as far as a great? That's the first thing I look at. Balance, footwork. That's the first thing I look at. Position can be subjective. Like Sergio Martinez didn't have great position. He was a wild card. I mean, he was a late bloomer. Imagine Fondor dropping WBL just to fight Bud. Well, he gonna have to because Bud got the WBC too. Said just stole 2 computers out of Walmart. He said they also allow us to bring guns in. He said, and all your gun rights, them liberals are against gun rights and stuff of that nature. Yeah, they against the gun rights. The thing is, our YouTube algorithm is all American content, which girls take advice and they 30 reels. Yeah, I mean, you see it, it's becoming contagious in the UK. They speak the same way. The black women in the UK speak the same way. The Jamaican women speak the same way. You got TikTok, got, all them little, it is what it is. And not knowing most of the women giving advice, it's not real. Like when I go out with women, bro, and I date women, it's that dude. That's a persona on the internet. That's a persona on the internet. That shit is not real. Don't bring that red pill shit to the table with no one. I'm telling you, that's not who they are. They just say that. Yeah, Trump can fix that. See, man. Yeah, but then they gonna try to get Gavin Newsom to run next time. That's why I said if you get Kamala to win, and then Kamala for 8 years, and then Gavin Newsom for another 8, it's over with. It is over with. Y'all don't see the downfall of California. Tesla getting up out of there if they ain't already got up out of there. Boy, you get 16 years out of Kamala and Gavin Reese, man. We gotta go. We gotta go, brothers. We gotta go. I don't know where we going. Hey, call O'Shea Duke Jackson. We on our way to Uganda. Call Jay Tonic. We on our way to South Africa. We somewhere, Belize. Hey, we got to find somewhere to go. Canada's having the same problem with the Indian immigrants. They have more rights than the Canadians do. I just heard that about the immigrants in the UK. Didn't a little girl just go to the upper room in the UK from an immigrant center to the upper room? Yep, and a lot of the immigrants they send in over here is they criminals. It's they worst immigrants. You know what I'm saying? It's they worst immigrants. He said her birth certificate say she white. He said Jay Tony say it looking bad in the States looking from the outside no matter who you vote for. Yeah, it's a right. But if you vote for old girl, you vote I just told you what you voting for. You vote for old boy, at least he did something for brothers and the sisters. He did. They don't want to acknowledge it. He gonna close them borders up. He gonna try to stop that electric bill, that car electric bill, which the electric cars ain't ready. Like that Tesla, like one of them Teslas, my homie had 10,000 switch the battery. We not ready to switch from gas to electric yet. They signed a bill where they don't even sell gas stoves anymore. All stoves are electric, not being sold. This little shit like that. They have 15 Indians living in one house. There's 70,000 Indians on the run across Canada, and our prime minister can't find them. You can't find them. 70,000? It's wild. Wow. That's how it's gonna be. A lot of people gonna be, man. A lot of us gonna be, a lot of y'all gonna be shacked up in one house. And this is gonna be the way it's gonna be, bro. That's how you gonna be able to get through. Gonna be 20 cars in your driveway, like Thug Nipsey. I got way too many cars in my driveways. I got boats. I got plane ninja. I'm paid. That's how it's gonna be, yo. Cut. You gonna have 4-5 generations living in a house again. That's the only way we gonna be able to survive. He said you're gonna be paying $8 for gas. Yup, for sure. Shit, but it is what it is. Let me go call it a night, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.